basic stuff like joining the server. I mean, you know, all the basic commands and all that. So let's get started. Okay, so if you first spawn in, you'll often spawn in Sandy Shores or wherever the nearest AOP is. For this example, I'm going to be in Paleto Bay. We don't have many people in Paleto at the moment, so I thought this would be perfect down here. But basically, if you're starting off, if you're not familiar with the F1 menu, now's the perfect time to get used to it. So you'll have your name at the very top there, and you'll have all these different options here. So if you look through here, you see the online plays and all that. You got player options. These you don't really need to worry about. Vehicle options. This will be for all of your liveries, your doors. I mean your colors, mod menus, and all that. You can change your license plate and all that. But for this example, I have parked a little sedan here, and so if you get a car, I recommend buying one from a mechanic shop or a dealership, and that's where I get most of my work done on my little sedan here. But I mean, you can use K to press your. You can press K, and that will buckle your seatbelt for you. So when you fall out, you won't, because you have your seatbelt on. But let's go ahead and get on our clothes here. So I'll do that now by going to the F1 menu, go to player appearance. You'll have all these menus here, and some you'll have these are NPCs, peds, and all that. So for this example, I will be using, let's do this guy right here. Alright. So for the example, I'll be using peds 5. It's gonna be custom. So let's just use an NPC for now. So once you got your all guys settled, you want to make sure you're in the CAD. I recommend using Shift Tab, and that'll open up this, and you can use your web browser in Steam, and then you can go into the CAD, and that will be in the description of this video, so you can check that out right now. But once you get yourself settled in the CAD, and once you get accepted, you will have access to the civilian database in the CAD, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that now. Okay, perfect. Now that we're in the CAD, so what you're going to do once you get accepted, for me, I'm going to be using my main one. So I'll press Enter RP, and then you have all these options here. For this example, we'll be using civilian, so that is the most common if you're not already law enforcement. But, so once you get accepted, you'll have an identifier, so you can create that in the account settings. So we'll just go ahead and go there now. And so right here you'll have all this, so you could put your unit number. So this is for me, because I am law enforcement, I put that there. But the most common one is just civ, and you can just type civ and then press add, and then that'll add it, and then you can go return home. Right, and then enter RP, civilian operations, server 1, and there's your new identifier, so you press that, continue, and here you are. So if you don't already have a character, then you can select one here. So I will be using, for example, Jack Bowers. So we'll select him, and here you'll have plenty of options here. So here you have the Twitter where you can talk to people. So like Ryan Ryder, he's selling a 2016 Black Ford and all that, and you can like, post, and all that. So there's Twitter. Right, and then you got the DMV where you can register your vehicles. I have that sedan registered there. So on my Jack Bowers one. And you can report a stolen vehicle. You can go to your driver's license center and set it to valid, or you can remove your license. But when you start off, you want to set it to valid, so when you get pulled over, you don't have to get out of the vehicle and all that. Anyways, this is where you register your firearms, and you can see your own firearms. So in this case, we'll just be registering my 50 cal, so we'll just register that. Jack Bowers, firearms to register, pistol, 50 cal registration, and then there's my ID there. And recipient Jack Bowers, so when you get pulled over and you have a weapon on you, they won't get too worried, and all that. Right, here's you can switch characters. I won't be doing that right now, but so here what you can do. Look, let me finish that real quick. Jack Bowers, okay. And then here you can see your warrants. This is if you want to create a warrant, but you don't really have to mess around with this. This is usually for law enforcement. But if you're trying to create RP, this is a perfect example. You just press create warrant, and it'll do that for you. Right. TowCAD, that is if you're a tow driver. I wouldn't worry about that. Edit info. Here is where you, if you're just creating a member or a character, what you want to do. So I'll just create a character real quick, so I can show you what you guys will be seeing. Alright, so here's what you'll be seeing right now. So let's say, for example, ours is going to be John Seed. Right. So here you could say your birth date. I'm going to be, I guess, June 2nd, 1975. Okay, there we go. So now we're 39. And then here you can upload or drag an image. I usually do that with my characters. It just looks nicer in the database, and you'll be able to see your name and all that, so it's quite fancy. But here's you could choose your gender, so I'll just put male. Address, if you don't have an address right now, you could just put none or car. That's what I did for my first guy. So in this case, we're Caucasian. We have, I believe it's, yep, around here. Weight, here you can just put any number that's relative, so I suppose 145 will sound fair. Height, you could put maybe, I guess 6 feet, that sounds fair maybe. Let's do 5 and, nah, 6 is fine, okay. Anyways, so I won't be putting an image here just for demonstration purposes, but once you create that, then you'll have all this, and then John Seed, so there's the guy we created, and then like I went over this earlier, there you have everything there, and you can edit all that later, but again, there's water and all that. So yeah, let's get out of the CAD for now, and let's go back in game. Okay, we are back in game with our John Seed account right here. Right, so now that we're in the CAD, we are safe to drive, but before we go on that, well, let's just get over some basic things. The F1 menu, if you already haven't familiarized yourself with this, yeah, I recommend you do that before you do anything like a roleplay or anything like that. But you have to buy your weapons at some stores. There's no, I mean, it's just really mature RP. You can't, you familiarize yourself with the basic rules and all that before you roleplay on our community. But after that, you have some misgivings and all that. But so just familiarize yourself with the F1 menu, and then we are safe to drive. And then if you are already familiar, we have at the top, you can see our website name, which is just at the top there, at the top left. It'll say SoFLORP Mature Roleplay www.SoFLOCF. So you can see it at the top left. Right, and then at the bottom, you can see the AOP. So in this case, it's Sandy Shores, Harmony, Grapeseed, and Polito. And here, and then right below that, you have to see peacetime. So peacetime is quite simply, if it is active, you can't, or you know, some serious RP like such as like killing and some felony stuff. You can't run from the police during peacetime. But peacetime is only activated when there's just too much or the cops need a break. But that happens just so often. It's not, it could be used there anyway and that. But AOP is the area of play, so in this case you wouldn't be allowed in the city at this time because the AOP is Polito, which is right here, and Grapeseed, Sandy Shores, and Harmony. So basically below the prison line and up, also known as Blaine County, so we try to make it as detailed as possible. Right then, and if you already haven't are familiar, you can see your direction you're facing. So in this case, this is west, this is north, this is east, and this is south. So you can see all that, and you can see your street name, where you are, Polito Bay, Polito Boulevard. So we're right next to Polito Boulevard, but right now we're on Procopio Drive at the Ron's gas station. Right. Another thing you want to do, I don't know if I mentioned this, you can change your license plate in the F1 menu. So in this case, if I went to the DMV, when I would register a vehicle, I would make sure it is matching this plate. Or a custom plate, it just depends on whatever you feel. Right, our seatbelt is buckled. Now let's go ahead and head down to the gun store, shall we? Okay. Here we are at the ammunition. So let's go ahead and just park our car right here. It's fine. Unbuckle our seatbelt. We can turn off the engine, but we're not going to do that right now. Just go ahead and go to the ammunition, and I'll show you guys how to purchase a gun, a gun license, and all that. Right. So here you'll have a blue circle right here. What you can do is go right here, and then you can buy whatever you need. So for example, I will buy a heavy revolver, so then I have a heavy revolver now. And then, but before we do that, you can purchase a gun license, and yeah, quite simply, that is basically the ammunition. And as for jobs, as you can see, if you press F10 on your keyboard, if you don't already have F10, that's okay. You can hide your money and your job and all that. So in this case, I am a sheriff, and I have quite a bit of money, but I've been on the server for a while. So. And also, we have a really cool thing. It's called voice GPS, like I said earlier. So you just put on our seatbelt here. We'll type /V GPS, which is also in the top left if you didn't already realize. So if we type that, it's going to be disabled because I already turned it on. But so right now, what we can do is, let's say we want to go to right here.
Please drive to highlighted route.
So sure enough, it'll tell you
Recalculating.
where to drive.
Turn right.
Okay. Okay.
Turn left.
And sure enough, it'll tell me to turn left here.
Turn right.
Okay. So here we are, just down here. And there we are. Our destination. Right. So that's just a quick overview of voice GPS. So it's a quite cool feature. I quite like it. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue on that. Alright, so we'll drive back up here. I'm gonna go ahead and cover up the clothes and all that, how you can go to the clothes store and all that. So I'll go ahead and take you there. Actually, we could use that. Clothes store is just right there. We also have the bank and ATM, and we'll just go here for now.
Please drive to highlighted route. Recalculate.
Alright, here we are approaching the clothing store right now. Let's just park right here, won't mind. Alright. Now it does vary. If you are using an NPC or like I am right now for my character, sometimes you won't be able to customize as much as if you just created it yourself. So here we are. Now the purple circle or blue, whatever you want to call it, just right here. So what we can do is access the menu, and then since I have an NPC, it looks like it's going to show up because I just have an NPC right here. But basically you can customize pretty much anything if you're using a custom person, so that's what I like. I use it quite often actually. I like it better than the F1 menu whenever I'm customizing it, so yeah. But really, quite simply, the whole premise is whenever peacetime's active, make sure you follow the area of play and all that. Simple things like that, like you know, the basic rules already in VDM. I'm sure you must be aware of that. But really, that's quite simply it. No, another thing I didn't cover. Cruise control. That I'll show you right now. So say you want to go 25, you can press Y on your keyboard. I'm not sure what it is on controller. Someone would have to tell me that. But yeah, it's quite helpful whenever you're going on a highway or something, like I am right now. So yeah. But really, that's all, guys. We hope to see you on the community. We appreciate all the help. We appreciate everything that you guys do. So thanks again, and I will see you all